Most people will never get six-pack abs. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't want it bad enough, but because almost everything they have been told is a straight-up lie. In this video, I'm going to break down how to get abs, all the mistakes people are making, and just how to get fucking shredders, mate. The fitness industry is worth billions of dollars, and a lot of that money comes from just keeping you confused with programs, supplements, do this, do that, all this herbal tea, all this bullshit to sell you something to make you believe that you're going to get the body you want. It's actually a lot more simpler than that, and I'm going to break down all of the lies and the myth and how to get abs and how to get lean and how to get aesthetic, get the body that you want in the most simple way possible. So keep watching, and trust me, some of these are going to surprise you. Okay, so the first lie, and this one got me when I first started training, and it's abs are built in the gym. You've seen the videos, you know, the 10-minute ab workouts, the 5-minute ab workout. Here's the truth, your abs are a muscle, so like any other muscle, they need to go through progressive overload and a stimulus for them to grow. However, what nobody tells you is you almost certainly already have abs. They're right there, right now, and even if you can't see them, they are there. They're just under a layer of body fat. So whether you're doing 500 crunches a day, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 crunches a day, if your body fat is too high, you're not going to see the abs. So yeah, you'll have very strong abs, but you're not going to be able to see them. The main goal is to be able to see them. So what I want you to take away from the first part of this video is the visibility of your abs is almost certainly down to body fat. It's not down to, it doesn't matter if you do 1,000 crunches a day. If your body fat is too high, you physically will not be able to see your abs. And the wild thing is, most people are doing all this crazy ab workouts and all this stuff instead of fixing the main issue, which we are going to get to. But first, I need to tell you about the lie which makes people work out for months without seeing any results. So abs are made in the kitchen. You've heard it, I've heard it, everyone's heard it. You've probably ignored it, and that's why you're still waiting to see your abs. Just to give you some context, one cookie will take about 10 minutes of intense cardio training to burn off. So imagine your Saturday night takeaway when you're eating 6,000 calories. You cannot out-train a bad diet, people. The math just doesn't add up. So if you're someone who's training extremely hard in the gym, but nothing's changing, be honest with yourself about what's happening outside of the gym. But even people who are cleaning up their diet still fall for the next lie. Oh, this next one. People are telling you you need to cut carbs to get lean. Now, low-carb diets will make you look leaner faster. You know, there's a lot of people doing ketogenic, and you'll drop water weight very fast. So on paper, you're losing weight and you look lean faster. However, it may feel like you're making progress, but you'll start to notice your workouts will tank. You'll have no energy, your strength will drop, and then if you consume carbs, you'll have 2 pieces of bread and you will inflame and you feel like you've undone all the hard work. And before you know it, you're back to where you started, except now you hate bread and you're blaming carbs for the reason why you're not lean. Carbs are not the enemy. A calorie deficit is what actually drives fat loss, not cutting out an entire food group. The real dietary key for abs is protein, so eat more of it. It's going to keep you fuller, it helps preserve muscle, and it does half the work for you. Right, now here's one that trips up even people doing everything right. People here lose fat and immediately think treadmill, hour a day, every single day. But here's what they miss. Muscle burns calories at rest. So the more muscle mass you carry, the more calories you're going to burn throughout the day just sitting around and doing nothing. The more lean muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolism will be, which means you can eat more in a day and still burn the same amount of calories. Take 2 people. One person is 80 kg and one person is 90 kg. They both have the same amount of body fat. However, the person at 90 kg has 10 kg of lean muscle tissue extra. They are going to burn a substantial amount of calories extra in a day. And now, of course, cardio is great and it does burn calories, but your body is quite efficient at adapting to that stimulus. So an hour of cardio may burn 500 calories now, but in a couple of weeks time, your body's going to adapt to this, it's going to become more efficient, and it's going to burn less calories for the same amount of cardio. Instead, you want to prioritize lifting weights, building muscle, and yeah, if you enjoy doing cardio, you can add in some cardio as well, but the main goal should be to build muscle, because in the long term, the more muscle mass you carry, as I've already said, you're going to have a higher metabolism, you're going to burn more calories during the day. But this next one it's going to mess with your head a little bit, and nobody really wants to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you, even if someone is doing every single thing they can right, they still may not see their abs. And the reason for this comes down to one thing, and it's genetic. The shape of your abs, the number of blocks you have, whether you have a 4-pack, a 6-pack, an 8-pack, a 2-pack, that is solely genetics, and you can't change that. So you can't crunch your way to a six-pack if genetically you only have 4 abs. On top of this, the body fat percentage you may need to see your abs is going to vary a lot from person to person. Depending on where you store your body fat, some people store most of their body fat around their ab section. Some people like myself may store it on their lower back. You can't choose this. And another thing, you can't spot reduce fat. So people are always like, how do I lose? They come to me all the time. How do I lose fat on my abs? How do I lose fat in my midsection? You can't spot reduce fat. You've got to reduce the fat overall. So take 2 people. One person could have a crazy defined 6-pack abs at 14% body fat, and then for you, possibly you may have to get to 10% or 9% body fat to have the same kind of look. It's just genetics. Don't let this put you off though. You can still get lean. It just may take a bit of extra work depending on where you store your body fat. So the last one, and this is going to save you a lot of wasted effort, and I wish someone told me this when I first started the gym. Muscle grows during rest, not during the workout. So each time you go to the gym and absolutely demolish your abs, they grow when you go home and you sleep and you recover. So hitting abs every single day just means you're constantly breaking down the muscle and you're not giving them any time to regrow and rebuild. So instead, what I recommend to my clients is doing 2 to 4 sessions a week of ab training, and that is going to be plenty. On top of this, if you're doing any kind of compound where you're bracing your midsection like a squat or a deadlift, you're going to be working your core as a stabilizer anyway. So train them less, let them recover, you'll see better results, and it really is that simple. So there it is. Abs are revealed by dropping body fat through a calorie deficit, hitting high protein and weight training, not by doing 500 crunches a day, not by cutting carbs forever, and not by living on the treadmill. The fitness industry, unfortunately, profits from making it sound as complicated as possible. It's not complicated. You've just got to be consistent. So thank you guys for watching. Please drop a comment on which lie surprised you the most. Subscribe for more straight talking fitness content, and I'll see you in the next video. And just for context guys, I am mid bulk right now and I've managed to maintain my abs